Standardised packaging research has been going on for several years using questionnaire surveys essentially to ask people how would you feel about cigarettes presented in this kind of pack or that kind of pack, and that information is very important, but it has this problem that what people tell you may not be exactly the same as what they are really thinking or what they would do when genuinely presented with one of those packs.
Unfortunately, people don't always behave in the same way that they think they would behave. So what we've been doing is some of the first research to use objective behavioural measures to see what effect standardised packaging might have.
Eye tracking technology is in principle fairly simple. You have a camera which looks at the eye and you have a camera that looks outwards at the view that the person is looking at, and the two are linked. It gives us an indication of where people are focusing their attention and therefore what is important to a person at that point.
It measures exactly where people look when you show them either a branded or a standardised pack of cigarettes, and we can measure how long they're looking at different areas of the pack. And what we've been finding is that when you show people standardised packaging and you measure their eye movements, we found that people look much more at the health warnings on the standardised packs than on the branded packs.
So one of the things that we found is that while standardised packaging seems to increase the prominence of health warnings in non-smokers, light smokers, younger smokers, we don't see that effect in daily smokers. They seem to be able to override that quite automatic process. And what daily smokers seem to be able to do is actively avoid the health warning. And actually, if you speak to smokers, there's anecdotal evidence that this is what they do.
So what we're doing, we're putting people in the MRI scanner, so the brain scanner, and we're showing them images of cigarette packs, so branded and standardised packs of cigarettes. And what we're looking at is what areas of the brain are activated when you show them these two different types of packs.
We know, for example, that one part of the brain called the amygdala responds to threatening cues and images in our environment, whereas another part of the brain responds to rewarding and pleasurable cues in our environment. We might expect that standardised packs, because they make the health warnings more prominent, also increase feelings of aversion towards smoking.
So what we hypothesise is that when people are shown a branded pack of cigarettes, areas in the brain related to reward will be more activated, especially in smokers. So these are areas around here. But then when people are shown standardised packs of cigarettes, areas in the brain related to threat might be more activated because they're looking at the health warning more, and that's a threatening stimulus.
We don't see our role as being involved in the advocacy side of the debate or actively developing policy, if you like. We run studies which will develop the evidence base around what the consequences of standardised packaging might be, and we need to interpret the results that we get from our experiments in terms of what they might mean if standardised packaging were to be introduced, but then what people do with that is something that happens after our part has been completed, if you like.